Good morning, good evening, and welcome to our Francophone mission of Paris. We are at the American Cathedral of the Holy Trinity, the Episcopal Church. I am Charles Jean Dumont. I was ordained in this cathedral by Bishop Mark Eddington on June 27, 2020. You have heard probably about the Francophone mission. Maybe you don't know its story. I'm going to explain you to tell you it briefly. Are you ready? Let's go.
Several months before my ordination to the priesthood, Bishop Mark asked me, along with two other parishioners, to think about the possibility of creating a Francophone ministry for the convocation within the cathedral. After several meetings and discussion, we held our first service, a Eucharist on Saturday, October 2nd, 2020. There were 43 participants present, not bad for a fest, n'est-ce pas? Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we had to discontinue our services in person. However, we decided to continue meeting and receive the approval of Bishop Mark. I remember toward services on Zoom. I remember he told me, "Go ahead, vas-y," and that's vas-y or go ahead allowed us to plan and carry out lots of good things during the confinement or lockdown. I would like to thank Bishop Mark for the confidence he showed me or he placed on me. From October 2020 to October 2021, we have held 45 celebrations of the Eucharist where I was celebrated 43 times. 20 sermons were preached by colleagues who accept to participate. For us, I want to give them special thanks. These sermons were delivered as follows: 11 from Convocation colleagues, through sermons by the Reverend Marie-Hélène Dolan, Switzerland Emmanuel Church, one by the Reverend Michael Ross, and two by the Reverend Richard Cole, Paris, the Reverend, four by the Reverend Thomas Myers, five from the Episcopal Church, Bishop Auger Beauvoir of the Diocese of Haiti, the Reverend Nigel Massey and Joyce Berman, Church of Holy Spirit, New York, l'Église du Saint-Esprit, two by the Reverend Nathanael St. Pierre, St. Augustine Church of the East Side of Manhattan, four from the Anglican Communion, the Reverend Stephanie Barrett, Durham Cathedral, Great Britain, the Reverend Mac Barrick, St. Alban Anglican Church of Strasbourg, the Reverend Bertrand Olivier, Dean of the Anglican Cathedral of Montreal, Canada, the Reverend Jeffrey John on the St. George Anglican Church in Paris. In memory of the victims of September 11, 2001, we held a special service with Dean Lucinda Ludd as celebrant.
Le Seigneur soit avec vous. Et avec votre esprit. Prions le Seigneur.
During the confinement or lockdown, our services were held on Zoom. 228 pieces of recorded music chosen on YouTube and include for the Saturday celebrations during confinement. I acknowledge the work and courage of Lance Marchand who undertook this task. In-person services resumed September 4, and we again had 43 participants in the congregation for the first service in 10 months. And in 10 months, we have offered 15 presentations before the Saturday evening service, Bible and Catechism by Bill Thompson, the Vice President of Adult Christian Education Committee of the Cathedral, two on Convocation of Episcopal Churches in Europe, one by Anne Swatson and one by Reverend Mary Ellen Dolan. On the first Book of Common Prayer by Remy Bretmont, University Professor, Episcopal Church St. Absalom John's by Laurence Marchand, the Episcopal Church of Haiti, the largest Francophone diocese of the Episcopal Church by me, your servant, Jean Dumont. One on the vestry by Sophie Belwood, former senior warden and treasurer of the cathedral. The Church After the Pandemic by Jocelyn Phelps, parishioner of the cathedral. The Friend Church of the Holy Spirit of New York, Harriet River, member of the coordination committee who plays an important role for our mission for us. The Diocese of Europe, Mark Barwick, rector of the Anglican Church of Strasbourg. We organized about 6 meetings setting up of a coordination committee of 7 members appointed by Bishop Mike and me, Laurence Marchand and Francis Sitter, co-coordinators. Average weekly connection on Zoom, 20, in-person service before confinement, about 45-50 participants. And of course, we have a Facebook page, about 540 subscribers or followers, 1,000 participants, 520 likes, 3,000 interaction, about photo of baptism of my daughter Gail on Pentecost Sunday post May 26, mentioning that in the Episcopal Church tradition, the priest may baptize his child. We have about 2,541 people touched.
Au sein de la mission de la résurrection, comme vous pouvez le remarquer en dehors de nos célébrations eucharistiques, nous partageons des repas ensemble, nous discutons ensemble, donc nous sommes une grande famille. As you can see that outside our Eucharist celebration, we share meals together, we discuss together, so we are a great family.
In conclusion, a special thanks to this dynamic team because without their contribution, this work would not have been possible. Thank you, Francis Plot, Cedar, Laurence Marchand, Sylvie Boteteme, Harriet Rivière, Christian Martel, Emily York, Sophie Play, and a special thank also to Daniel Lemolac and Anne Swatson for your help.